When the sun shines, the rolling landscape of Kericho County comes to life. Vibrant green extends as far as the eye can see. The fields are covered in tea bushes, which grow very well here. This is Kenya's most important tea-growing region. Isaiah Kibet Kiryu has a plantation here. He's one of 600,000 smallholder farmers who work with the Kenya Tea Development Agency, or KTDA. Tea has provided his family with a good living.
Tea is the best source of income, the main source of income. I have 3 boys who have completed Form 4, and I didn't go for anywhere for financial support. It's only tea.
The tea from his farm is processed just a few kilometers away in the Tebesonik factory, which is also affiliated with KTDA. The workers first separate the tea leaves into equally sized batches. Afterwards, they're dried in a process that takes several steps. The drying process requires boilers like these. They consume a great deal of firewood. Most of this wood comes from the factory's own plantation. Trees are growing scarce in the region. 2 years ago, the government imposed a moratorium on logging in public forests. That's also why the factory uses briquettes made out of fibrous sugarcane residue. A number of countries have begun exploring this biomass, also called bagasse, as a promising source of energy.
The briquettes are compacted. We do not require a lot of storage space, and then it's also very easy to transport them. They are not less bulky, and from a unit weight of a briquette, we are able to generate more energy than firewood.
The tea factory has already been able to replace 1/5 of its wood consumption with briquettes. They're hoping to increase that amount, ideally making firewood unnecessary. Rocio Diaz Chavez has visited several tea factories. She's heading a project to investigate whether switching to briquettes would make tea production more sustainable. That entails assessing the various processing steps, such as fermentation, as well as analyzing the entire production chain. How much raw material and how much energy is consumed to obtain the final product. Her assessment draws on 24 criteria that researchers developed a number of years ago.
We look not just at the environmental aspect, we are looking also for the social, economic, and even a 4th pillar that is on governance or policy and regulations. So we consider this is also part of the whole sustainability assessment.
This assessment has to be done for the tea production and also for the briquettes. That's why the renewable energy specialist is visiting this factory. Sugarcane byproducts are often simply dumped at the roadside, where they rot and emit the greenhouse gases carbon dioxide and methane. But here, they're turned into a valuable resource.
This is in line with circular economy. So this is what we want to promote with bioenergy and bioeconomy, how you can really have a rounded cycle for the biomass.
Huge amounts of this waste are produced during sugar production. 100 tons of waste can be turned into roughly 45 tons of briquettes. First, the sugarcane bagasse has to be dried and shredded. Then it's molded into briquettes under high pressure. Since they're made out of a waste product, no additional land has to be put under cultivation. That's a key indicator for sustainability. Transportation emissions are also taken into account.
The way they are working is really to consider radius, so on where they can deliver the briquettes. So as long as they are within these 100 to maximum 200 kilometers, this is still within a range that the emissions are not too high for transport.
In this case, the raw material doesn't have far to travel. A large sugarcane mill is located just a few kilometers from the briquette factory. The workers dry some of the sugarcane bagasse by hand. That also provides a regular source of income. One of the sustainability criteria takes job creation into account, and also the extent to which women benefit. The production of sugarcane briquettes is now an emerging industry here.
At any one time, we have about 80 to 90 ladies drying the wet bagasse for us. So you can see overall we have created job of about 180 to 200 people a month.
Although the briquettes offer many benefits, only a few factories are using them. They don't have the necessary experience and training. That's why the Tebesonik tea factory is conducting training sessions. Workers from other tea companies come here to learn how to best combine briquettes and wood so as not to overload their boilers, and to phase out firewood as much as possible. That would help preserve the remaining woodlands and protect biodiversity. It would also benefit the tea plantations and the farmers. Farmers who are affiliated with KTDA, like Izea Kibat Kirui, might soon be able to profit in a different way too.
When they use the briquettes, the company also reduces the expenditure, and they save money, and the money saved goes to the farmers.
Last year, the price of tea fell on the world market. So for tea farmers in Kenya, every cent counts.